and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be chatting to you guys about the Open University, because I know that when I was looking into doing the Open University, first place I looked for anything about it was YouTube, because there's nothing better than having a first-hand account and first-hand experience to let you know what it's like. Just for those that are maybe new, I am a mum of 2 children who are 6 years old and 2 years old, and I'm a wife, so I have a husband to deal with as well. So yeah, I do it, that's why I do it from home, because it means I get to sort of I get to work around my kids and my home life, because it's just easier that way. I just, knowing that I can look after my kids and take care of them myself and do a degree is, yeah, it's great for me. So I've got a list of quite common questions that I've wanted to know, so hopefully these will be helpful for you. First off, what is the Open University? So the Open University is basically where you can do courses ranging from entry level, I believe, all the way up to degrees. So you can do a range of courses, like educational courses, and you study it all online. It's all online. You can go to, they do some lectures in person at universities in various areas, so you can travel to go and do some lectures in person if you wish, but you don't have to. It's not what's the word, it's not a requirement. So you can just do everything from home if you wish, which I do everything from home, because obviously it's hard trying to do anything when you've got 2 kids, because, you know, babysitting is not easy to find, and not only that, babysitters are expensive. So yeah, so that's what the Open University is. What courses are available? There is a wide range of courses. I'm going to leave a link below so you can just go and have a quick scroll, see what courses they do. They do a whole bunch. Just to name a few, there's got a list here just to make my life a bit easier. Accounting, biology, business and management, counselling, languages, marketing, nursing, or social work. So as you can see, there's quite, just there alone, there's quite a variation. There is other things like you could do sports, you could do chemistry. I do criminology and law. So yeah, there's quite a few to choose from, and the fact that it's all from home makes life so much easier. So you can work it around like work life, like if you, even if you don't have, even if you're young and you're at home and you wanna you work full time, you could do it in the evenings. You know, you could work it around your life, which is great. Do I need qualifications to apply? You don't need any qualifications to apply. Obviously they recommend that you start off with like one of their level 1 or level 2 courses before going straight onto a degree, but I went straight onto a degree because I have quite a few qualifications already, so it wasn't worth me doing anything like that, because I already pretty much done work at that level. So I just went straight onto the degree, and so far so good. Yeah, you don't need any qualifications to apply. So if you want to do a degree, you can do it. You just got to have the determination to do it, and that's it. Can I get help with childcare costs? You can get help with childcare costs. They require that your child is already in childcare though, so you would have to pay for childcare for the first sort of few weeks while they sort out any childcare payments, because you have to obviously have your child in a nursery or in childcare, and you have to prove it to them. So you have to prove that your child's in childcare for them to give you funding. They don't give you full funding, but they do give you help towards childcare costs. So that would be something you'd have to look into. I know for me, it worked out. I didn't feel like it was worth it. Like it works out, I think, with what they would pay me in terms of childcare. I would have to still pay, I think it's £60 a session. I think they pay £40 towards 1 full day session, so I would still have to pay £20 out of my own pocket for a session. So obviously if he went to say like 3 days a week, I still have to pay out like 60 quid a week myself. Obviously it all depends on how much childcare is where you live. Like I live in South London, so childcare is like sky high. It's sky high pretty much everywhere nowadays, but especially here in South London, because, you know, they can charge more, they will, and plus rent prices are so expensive down here for anything. Yeah, so that's that, you can get help with childcare costs. So if you do require childcare costs, if you do require help with childcare, you can apply, but you will need to pay for some of that childcare yourself. Next one. Do I get a maintenance grant? No, you do not. You don't get a maintenance grant. It's not like typical university where you get a maintenance grant, because obviously where you're doing it from home, you don't need help with rent. You don't need any of that. It's annoying in a way, because I would have loved to have been able to get maintenance grant if it was possible. But obviously at the same time, it's better for you, because it's one less thing you have to pay back. So where most people have like 50k, 60k or whatever to pay back in not only their degree but in maintenance grant, we won't have that. Like, I won't have that. I just have to pay back literally the degree, and that's it. So at the end of the 3 years, all I will owe is 28 grand, rather than what most people owe is like 60k. So that works out better for me, because there's nothing better than owing less money. So no, you don't get a maintenance grant, but I think it works out better that way. Obviously, if you're someone that feels like if you work full-time and you don't feel like you could do this, I wouldn't recommend it, because I wouldn't say it's too much hard work realistically. I do think you could work it around a full-time job. But if you are someone, say if you've got too much going on in your life, like I feel like I have too much going on in my life, but I still manage. But I know that if I worked full-time, there's no way I would be able to manage doing a degree. No way. But that's because like I said, I have 2 kids, and I'm the stay-at-home mum, I'm the stay-at-home parent. My husband works full-time, so yeah, I don't think I'd manage, because yeah, just wouldn't manage. What financial help can you get? So obviously you don't get a maintenance grant, but you can get financial help. So for example, I think if you have, I'm not sure what the list is, but if you have a disability, you can claim some it's like a maintenance, I think you can get maintenance grant if you have a disability, because obviously it's not quite the same with your average Joe who can go out to work. Someone with a disability, you know, can't really get out of the house, and they still need funding because of their health issues and whatever. So I believe, yeah, you can get, I know you can get help with funding if you have a disability, but I'm not sure how much. So that would be something you'd have to look into. They do also do help with other things, so I don't think I have it anymore, but there is a form online. You can get help with so many different things. Like, you can get help with costs for travel. So if you want to go to lectures in person, you can claim for help with travel. You can claim for financial help towards a laptop. You can claim for financial help towards your internet bill. There is a whole list of things that you can claim financial help towards. You have to be eligible though. You have to either be earning under a certain amount, or you have to be receiving some kind of benefit. So just keep that in mind. You won't just be eligible, you know, for a free laptop. You know, you won't receive funding for a laptop if you're, you know, on like 50k a year. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, so yeah, there is financial help. So it's not like you're gonna struggle the whole way through. You can get help. They're also good in terms of, I would say, not just financial help, emotional support. They are very helpful with that kind of support. They have so many like when you start your degree, you will be allocated tutors, so you can contact your tutors, you can talk to them, you can email them. You have their personal mobile numbers, so you can ring them if you really need to. You can email them, and obviously you have access to all the people that you can email online from Open University. And you also have forums with Open University, so you can talk to other Open University students. So if you're having a problem or anything, you can talk to people on there, which is great. I'm the person who use the forums because I don't feel like I really need to, but it's good knowing that it's there. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. How much does it cost? By the end of the degree, you owe like 28 grand. Obviously you're not getting maintenance grants, so you don't have to pay that back. And obviously the childcare costs, that I don't believe you have to pay back the childcare costs if you get help with them. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously I'm not claiming childcare costs, and I'm not, obviously you don't get maintenance grant anyways. So like I said, it's just 28 grand that I will owe at the end of it all. How much time do I need to study? Okay, so full time, which is what I do, they recommend that you have 32 to 36 hours per week to study. if you're doing it full-time, so over 3 years. If you're doing it part-time, they recommend you have 16 to 18 hours per week to study. Now, it really depends on how you are as a person when it comes to studying. Now, I know for me personally, I'm a quick reader, so I don't necessarily need to allocate that much time in studying for me, because I know that I can read through and take in all the information relatively quick. So like I can, if I was to spend in 1 week, if I was to spend 2 hours each night in just 1 week alone, I can read all of the stuff that I need to for my assignment that 1 week. And you normally have sort of like 5 weeks in between each assignment. So realistically, you know, as long as you have good time management skills, I don't think you really need to worry too much about if you want to have time for this. I've come to figure out my own routine of doing things now, and I find that if I start studying 2 weeks before my assignment's due, that I have more than enough time, and I only allocate sort of 2 hours per evening with studying for that. So I will be able to get all my studying done in a week, and then that gives me a week to do my actual assignment. And my assignment don't normally take me that long, because I normally, as I'm, you know, I always have what my assignment is sort of with me. So as I'm going through what I'm studying, I know what sort of information to write down and take note of in terms of the assignment. And so by the time it comes to me actually doing my assignment, I already have most of the information I need with me in my notes. And that way, when it comes to doing my assignment, what are you doing? That way I can normally get my assignment done sort of in like 3 days, and that means my assignment's normally done like 4 days early, and it means that it gives me a couple days to reread my work before I actually submit it in time. So that's for me personally. And obviously, as I said, you get like 5 weeks in between each assignment. So for me, comfortably, 2 weeks is enough for me of just doing 2 hours sort of a night. And even then, that's not every night. I can probably read through all the information I need probably over like the course of like 3 or 4 nights. So there can be like 3 days in a week where I don't even need to study because I've already done it. And obviously when I have time in the day as well, I will try and sit down and do stuff then as well. So as long as you have good time management skills, I think it's fine. I don't even think you need to necessarily have good time management skills. You just need to be someone who can manage their life. Like, because I think when I started it, I was sort of a bit anxious about how I'm gonna fit all this in to my schedule. But now that I'm actually doing it, it's like, well, I was worried over nothing. It's really not hard to, it's just, I think you just need to just go for it, take that leap. If you have determination, it's fine. I think that's it. I think realistically, if you have the determination and you really want to do a degree and finish a degree and get that behind you, I don't think you'll have any problem at all anyways. So as long as you're a motivated person and keep yourself motivated, because that's what's hard. I know there are times when I sit and I think, do you know what, I really can't be bothered. But at the same time, it's like, I'm already about, what, 4 months in, 5 months in. I'm nearly finished this year. Like, when I know it's not realistically, I've not nearly finished this year because we're only in March now, and I don't think this year ends until June or July. But the thing is, time goes so fast that realistically, these 3 years are gonna just fly by. Like, I look at my son and he is 6 years old now, and that time went nowhere. So as stressful as this may be sometimes, it's worth it in the end, because those 3 years will fly by, and at the end of it I'll have a degree that will, you know, help me get into a career I love and really want to do, and it'll help me provide for my children's future, which is the biggest reason as to why I'm doing it. Because realistically, like, my husband has a really good job. He's not on the best pay right now, but because he's only just started the job. He only started a couple of months ago. But over the next few years, his pay will like increase relatively well. And so realistically, I could just sit at home and be a stay-at-home mum all the time. I don't have to go to work. But I'd rather have more money than I need than have enough to live comfortably. Like, I know like, we'll have enough to live comfortably, but I'd rather have more than enough to live comfortably, if you know what I mean. Because then you can live real comfortable. Like, you know, like, you want to go out for dinner, you just can, because you ain't got to worry about nothing. Not having to worry about, you know, money for bills and stuff. You know, that is the life that I want for me, my kids and my husband. And you know, it's scary, but the outcome will always be worth it. The outcome will always be, as long as you're a determined person, I think, you know, it's fine. Even then, if you like, you don't have to be that determined. As long as you want to do it and you have something that motivates you. I think that's the thing, you need to have something that motivates you. Like, if something is simple, this is what I said to Matthew the other day, my husband. I started walking home from my son's school, because sometimes I'll walk home and it's like a 25-minute walk from his school. So normally I would get the bus, but I've started walking home most days now when the weather's not pouring down. And there is a road that I've come across, and the houses down there are just so lovely, and those houses, just honestly, they just set that goal in my mind, and it's like, I want to own one of these houses. I will own one of these houses one day. I have to. My kids' future is my goal anyway, but that is now another like goal, like seeing those houses. It's like, I need one of those for me and my family. That one of those houses will be mine one day, I promise you. So yeah, that is like another motivation for me. As long as you have some things in your life that motivate you. I think that's the thing as well, like social media is so big now. Everyone's comparing their lives. I compare my life, and that is exactly why I'm adamant that I'm going to work hard, because my life might not be perfect right now, but I want it to be one day, and I'm going to work as hard as I can so that it can be. You have to chase your dreams. You have to chase your dreams, because your dreams are not going to chase you. Yeah, I hope that was enough information. I don't feel like I feel like there's something I've missed out. If there is any questions that anyone has, please leave them below, because I will happily answer them. Because I know how like daunting and scary it is wanting to do something, but also knowing that you have other things going on in your life. Because it is hard. Like, I know for me, that was what was daunting for me. It's like, I know that I had to take care of a house, I had to take care of my kids, and I had to somehow fit in doing a degree in that as well. And I'm trying to do YouTube as well. Yeah, it was very daunting starting it, but I'm so glad I did, because I'll be even more glad I did when I finished the degree. Honestly, just to say I had that. And I think it as well, because I got pregnant young, and everyone, as soon as you get pregnant young, that's the first thing people say, oh, you'll never amount to anything. And I swear to God, there is nothing more satisfying than proving people wrong. I cannot tell you. Especially like as well when I was young, like everyone was like, yeah, you and your boyfriend ain't gonna last, and now here we are all these years later, married, 2 kids. And there's nothing more satisfying than proving people wrong. Don't know if that says anything about me, but I don't care. You know, I'm not one of those people that's going to sit there and feel sad for myself. You know, I want good things, I'm going to work for those good things so that I can have them. And that is what everyone should live by, because nothing lands on your lap, unfortunately. So wish something would land on my lap. YouTube, do you want to like get this video out there so that I can become an influencer? That'd be great. I could have a degree and be rich, you know. That'd be great. Very unlikely. I am rambling as hell now. As I said, any comments below I will reply to. Yeah, check out their website. It's just open.ac.uk. Yeah, you can always ring them up. You can always, they have a customer service line, so you can always ring them up and ask them any questions. They are very nice people, and they're very helpful. They are very helpful whenever you need anything. I've never had any like negative associations with anyone from it, so great. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this here because it's rambling, and I've got to go and get Ted from school in an hour. So later, gators. See you later. I'll see you in another video. I don't know, I never know how to end the video, you know. I feel like it's just so like, I don't know how to end a video relaxed. It's weird saying bye, isn't it? It's not like because it's not like when you're with a person you're bye and you're literally walking away. I'm literally just gonna turn off the camera. I'm still here. I'm still here. Like, I'm still here. I'm just not on your screen anymore. Oh, talking so much rubbish. Bye.